heard this story from my third uncle. It is said that it has been about 60 years since this story happened. I have confirmed it with several people, and they all said that it is a true story. It was in the 1950s. At that time, Songrentu village was still very small. There were only 30 or 40 houses in the village, and the village's houses were built in the center of the village. The village is surrounded by a small river, and there is only a small stone bridge leading to the outside world. It is said that one winter, Zhao Laomazi of the village died. Zhao Laomazi was about 50 years old at that time. It is said that he went hunting in the mountains and encountered a yellow fox. He went blind and froze to death in the mountains. There is a custom in the village that the body of the deceased must be kept in the mourning hall for 3 days before burial. The day before the burial, the family was heartbroken and cried over it. Li Zhongping, who was only 7 years old at the time, also learned from the adults and cried on Zhao Laomazi's body. As fate would have it, Li Zhongping did indeed drop his tears on the face of the corpse, but no one noticed it, and Zhao Laomazi was buried later. In rural areas, there are many customs about burial, and it is taboo to drop tears on the corpse before the funeral. Influenced by thousands of years of feudal thought, superstitious people believe that once tears fall on the deceased's face, the deceased will not rest and will wander on the road to the underworld and cannot be reborn. There is also a rumor among the people that the tears of a living person falling on the corpse can resurrect the corpse. A strange thing happened on the 7th day after Zhao Laomazi was buried. During that period, the chickens and geese in the village often died inexplicably. However, after a few days, chicken corpses began to appear outside the mud wall near the brigade. The corpses were completely intact, but the blood had been sucked. There is a wild cat in the countryside called Yamanashi here. In winter, when the mountains are covered with snow and there is little food to eat, mountain bears come to the village to harm the chickens, but they only suck blood and do not eat meat, leaving the chicken corpses aside. So the villagers thought that the recent chicken corpse throwing incident was done by mountain bears. However, the truth of the matter is not like that. More than a month later, a fortune teller came through our village riding a black donkey and stopped at the small stone bridge. Someone asked him why he stopped there. The fortune teller pointed to the mass grave on the mountain behind the village and said, "If I guessed right, someone in your village died and was buried recently. From what I saw, the coffin is empty and the body is now in its own granary." The villagers were half believing and half suspicious. A few brave people went to open the granary to check. Guess what? Zhao Laomazi's body was indeed in the granary. The body stood upright, just like the zombie in the movie. Everyone present was frightened and stepped back, afraid that the zombie would jump up and bite them. At this time, the fortune teller forbade everyone to panic. He explained to the villagers that if the dead body was smeared with the tears of living people, it would become a hairy man, which is a kind of zombie. At the beginning, a layer of fine wool would grow on the body, the teeth would grow longer, and the nails and hair would grow wildly. The real danger is that after 49 days, a hairy man will be able to move and have the ability to hurt people. At that time, his canine teeth and nails will grow to be more than an inch long, and he will have hair all over his body. At that time, it will be difficult to deal with it. Fortunately, the zombie sent to the village had only been there for a month and had not yet threatened the villagers. Everyone present was very nervous and asked the astrologer to try to save him. The master ordered 4 or 5 strong men to carry the corpse to the crossroads of the back mountain and burn it into an ash heap. After that, he found a jar, put ashes and wood ash into it, and buried it back in the original location. Only then did the villagers breathe a sigh of relief, but they still found it unbelievable. As for how the corpse got out of the grave and got into the granary, no one knew.